Hello and welcome. Today I prepare a couple of tips that could help you or, make your campaign with vampire counts a little bit easier. It's nothing groundbreaking, but I've noticed things while I streamed Isabella von Karstein recently, and there was a couple of things I would love to share with you. Okay, so when it comes to picking up Lord, which is the easiest, if you're looking the easiest to play and campaign and overall, I think it's Isabella von Karstein. Isabella von Karstein has the easiest start of them all. Gorst have a quite easy start, but later on he's really far away from, your own people, and it's really tiresome to fight ogres with zombies because he specialized within zombies, and it can be tedious. But when it comes to Isabella have melee attack +10 and melee defense for heroes, vampires within army. She can start she starts with hero capacity +3 to vampires. There is a building that at the start gives her, I think, 1, and her talent gives a 1. She can build a hero stack, not build from only vampires. But that hero stack is so powerful, you will have easiest time of your life, at least at the start. With hero stack, you can face anything you want and you will win. Vampires are one of the strongest heroes in the entire game, especially in Isabella army. Vlad is an amazing hero. Vlad is an amazing hero in Isabella army because you need something on the ground in the end, so you don't get the leadership penalty. And Isabella will give you the massive start. Plus, he have also healing cap increase. Battle healing cap plus 50% when in armies. Oh, yeah, sorry, not that. So, yeah, battle healing cap is whenever you put the second, sibling into army, you get healing cap higher, which obviously is insane for hero stack. So the vampires, heroes, are gonna carry you quite a lot. Plus, you can build your, campaign. My stream proves it. You can build your your campaign around people actually liking you from Empire. You can go for different enemies, dwarves, Kislev, and Empire will trade with you. It's all about picking the right, skills, blood kisses, and everything. So her start is absolutely easiest of them all. When it comes to buildings, I highly recommend not building military buildings at all. In major settlement, let me find a settlement I'm just gonna develop slowly. Yes, it's harder than you think. Maybe here. Oh yeah, Barakvar. So, I highly recommend not building growth building in major settlement. At the start for sure, but later on, just use this slot for money and growth in every other, minor settlement. The reason for that is 1, you will have insane amount of necromancers available because you're not going to destroy growth buildings most of the time in minor settlements because what else you get? Okay, you can get some resources, fine, gold building, but spreading corruption through the building is almost unnecessary. Tier 3 buildings, right? So here, the buildings that gives you heroes, that allows you to recruit heroes, are not increasing capacity. So there is no point of building them in minor settlements. Because what for? I mean, yeah, vengeful spirits, spirit well building will give you some gold, but it's just some gold, so it's better to have resources, infrastructure, income from money. Look, I have almost 100 from it. Plus it gives control, and growth building, so you increase your capacity for necromancy. But when it comes to military buildings, I highly recommend not building it because, when you have opportunity, like, let's go, I don't know, here. Let's recruit, whatever, right? Raise Dead will give you, especially if you start a technology that increase capacity of these units, will give you enough units so you can almost instantly summon an entire army. Of course, when it comes to military buildings, you should go for those that gives you in major settlement, those that gives you capacity for heroes all the way. I highly recommend building, necromancy building, vampire lair, vengeful spirits to get more banshees, and of course the white kings. All these should be built up, but not immediately. Focus on money. Vampire have massive problem with, maybe not massive problem in Warhammer 3, but still, money is a problem. And I highly recommend just not wasting time on building military buildings and recruit normal. Focus on reducing cost of Raise Dead, and just go for summoning instantly armies, because the units you can recruit or should be like heroes. Get the necromancers, look, that's my capacity for necromancers, right? So definitely having these will make it. Of course, I'm not saying, no, I'm saying it's bad. It's bad if you're wasting slot on just building and then recruit it. You limit yourself. I mean, if you want to have thematic armies, of course, do it. Like here in Waldenhof, I'm not gonna have anything to build. I might build something like military building. I might, if I want to have these, but most likely I won't, because I don't feel a need. So, buildings, yeah, my armies are weird because I don't recruit them. Don't spend time on recruitment. If you recruit a lord and you want to recruit something good, then I guess you could. But that's the only turn you should spend recruiting. Rest should be from Raise Dead. This will increase your effectiveness with conquering map, because you won't spend time on recruiting. And with Raise Dead, it's also easy to replace units when you lose something. So military buildings in major settlement, in minor later on, but first you should have these two buildings every time. And in major settlement, you can also skip the necromancer building, because what for? I'm gonna demolish this building for sure here, so I can add 3 more hero buildings, which this one is better than this one. Technically, yeah, it generate income, so income is better than growth. But that's in major settlement. In minor, not much to build, because this building, yeah, it spreads corruption, but I notice it wasn't ever a problem. Problem, I think, might occur when you play like Gorst, because he compete with other corruption, so maybe that's the good opportunity to do it. but rest, and of course growth in settlements that are like 1 or 2, because yeah, if you have 4 settlements within province, growth building in major is pointless. But if you have only 1 or 2, then obviously you need to get that growth. And of course, you know, growth and construction cost is the best you can pick up at the start. A blood kiss. When it comes to blood kiss, honestly it's up to you what you pick up. It depends on your playstyle. Like for instance, if you go for Blood Dragon, it's increased strength of cavalry. If you play cavalry, hey, good, that's gonna boost you. However, one of the first I pick up was obviously Nekarach, with research rate and then Winds of Magic for all armies. You're gonna rely on Winds of Magic quite a lot. Recommend it. Upkeep -10, yeah, but it costs 12 blood kisses, so leave it for later time. Von Karsteins provide you with casualty replenish rate 10%. Yeah, it's good to have it, at least the one. I picked the Lamian because character experience, I have a lot of heroes here, and diplomatic relations, so to, you know, just make the campaign weird and have friends where I should not. Even Strigoi, the first kiss is okay. Later on, yeah, all they do is increase crit goals, but the 20% ambush success chance is very valuable. If you go against like missile armies, I recommend having it. Nevertheless, research rate, Winds of Magic, and casualty replenish are my top picks at the start. Later on, ambush success chance 20% will always be nice to have, and then whatever you really need. End goal is definitely to get upkeep -10%, because, you know, that will help you a lot. Rest is mediocre, at least. Unfortunately, the battle style gonna be blubbing around, having Mortis Engine, Necromancers, some other buffing units, and Wind of Death. That's the most boring and yet the most effective way of playing vampires. Because you constantly heal with Mortis Engine and Necromancer. You cause a lot of AoE damage, you know. You summon tons of zombies to soak like charge and other things. But also stand in a forest. Even if you have some large unit like Crypt Horrors, stand in a forest, because you will protect yourself from missiles, artillery. Even, you know, your enemies will have less attack from large cavalry, stuff like that. You will benefit more if you protect yourself and stand in the forest. It's tedious way. Unfortunately, after a while, you're gonna hate it. But also love it from the results you get. When it comes to necromancers per army, I have 2 takes. I mean, in vampire counts, you have access to almost unlimited amount of necromancers. You can spam them as much as possible. All you need to have is in minor settlements, you know, Boneyard, and that will increase capacity for your necromancers. This is insane, so take advantage of it. Most of my armies have 2 necromancers. One is Unholy Lodestone Corpse Cart mount, and second is Balefire mount. But I realize it's actually better if I have 3 of them, because then I'll have one on Nightmare, on a horse. He does not provide me with any aura, but he's fast enough so I can move around and cast some either Raise Dead or Wind of Death. I don't need to be, attached to Corpse Guard. So having a fast Necromancer, the third one, is not a terrible idea. Like you see, I have mostly two. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, I have mostly two, but at some point I realized, hey, I should have three, because yeah, they're attached to their wheelchair mounts, and it's annoying when I want to cast. Obviously, your main lord should have some winds of some magic, right? But in my case, in my playstyle, I usually try to beef up my lords so they can fight in melee better, and I can charge in and go and kill some artillery, some hero sniping, stuff like that, rather than just being spellcasted. So the third Necromancer is a better solution for me. So, I can do more with 3 Necromancers per army rather than 2. Because the third one is the fast one. You may find it okay, you may find it not okay. It's really up to you. But look, this army, I'm building this army. Don't judge me, okay? The cannons, I like cannons. The Grand Cafe cannon ones are good. But yeah, as I mentioned before, 3 Necromancers. I'm building army, 3 Necromancers. Bellfire, and you. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I forgot. These guys can be just... yeah, they're level 20 by now, so... 20? No, 18, yeah. So I have access to all mounts. And the third one is a horse one. Horse-mounted Necromancer, and he can move fast and cast spells whenever it's needed. Or if I split with my units, I can just immediately run and heal. Because Corpse Guard Necromancers, yeah, their movement capability is so limited. It's wise to have a third one, especially if you have capacity, insane capacity. Okay. Every new lord, I suggest to get the blue line with upkeep reduction. Get the upkeep reduction here at the start. It's 9% plus character experience. It's good, especially if you have a lot of heroes like Necromancers. This boosts them a lot. But also Uncanny Presence is upkeep minus 8%. These things will help you reduce some upkeep. This is my first army, and I reduced it by 15%-ish, and yet I pay a lot, because it's a hero stack with Terrorgeists. So upkeep is brutal, but I think that every army, this army, upkeep reduction, this army, upkeep reduction will help you. You need that. If you want to have more armies or better armies, upkeep reduction is something you should really focus on with every lord. I'm not saying like go with the full blue line at the start, which can be tricky, but this one should be applied really early. Like with this lord, I got Hunger and Restless Dead as 2 first abilities, right? And then I went for blue line here, Children of the Night, and then I went here. So Children of the Night is something you should go every time. Even if you're doing well with money, Children of the Night still will make your life a little bit easier. So get Children of the Night, and you'll thank me later. When you play a vampire, vassalization others is easier than you think. Sometimes you just need to have a common enemy and sell a couple of buildings. Like a good building often can give you a vassalization. And it's a good option to have. Because you can, color your armies. Like at this campaign, at this start, I was able to vassalize the Jade Custodians. Jade Custodians, they have 3 settlements since forever, okay? But what they managed to do it for me is I started to implement, add a war drum for a lot of armies. And a war drum is fine, right? It gives melee attack +8 and immune to psychology. Because I included almost in every army necromancer, this +8 is amazing. I also have cannons. I started, I add weird stuff from time to time whenever I can. Like here, cannons are really good. But I also have war wagons. War wagons I really like them because they can, move around and still use a bombardment. And having a bombardment artillery, an army full of melee infantry, mostly infantry, is valuable thing. So if you boost, I have a necromancers with corpse guard, and I have a drum. That's another buff on top of it. So these guys are dishing more damage in general. Vassalization, like here, brute horrors and dragon. Why not? So how much I make from vassals? Not much. 5 grand, right? It's turn 76. I have 5 vassals, including Rakeland, yes. 2 Skaven factions, 1 Wood Elves. Draika is very easy to confederate, especially as lad. Vassalize. Some Grand Cafe and Empire. There was options for more. I just didn't bother because, the problem is that often vassals just don't do much. You can, move better when you claim the green territory rather than vassalizing. Like here. I'm selling everything to Kemler so I can, confederate him. But vassalization is option you should use a lot. Especially when you play if you have option to play in a desert. When you start as Manfred, because you can help yourself. And like I said, having a different roster. I know it's only 4 units, but these 4 units can buff your units, and consider that. It will make your campaigns easier, but also it will just bring some freshness to your, campaign. Because if you play a lot of vampires, then you know that at some point your battles are pretty much the same, and they're annoyingly long and sometimes even tedious. But if you, add some colors, it always makes a little bit more exciting. And that's it. I hope it was useful. I hope you find it helpful a little bit. And if yes, leave a comment, leave a like if you like what I do. You may consider subscribing, because I'm really trying my best to do something here on YouTube. But that's it from me today. Thank you for watching. Till the next time, take care, and bye-bye.